The US GDP saw a decline in the second quarter of 0.9%. Things aren't looking really good. There's a discussion going on whether USA is in a recession or there's still a way to get out of this, because in the history they have gone past these situations, but right now things just look pretty mixed up. The Rational Root shared the comparison between 2014's bear market, 2018 and 2022. They are drawing similar structures, similar price structures. Things are looking very similar from the previous bear markets. But the question always remains, is this the end of the bear market or this is just the start? So let's get into our charts for today, see what's happening. Gonna be sharing some altcoins. There is a slight chance we are entering into the alt season. First thing first, let's get into our Bitcoin's monthly return percentage statistic chart, which is by CoinGlass. So if we look into this chart, the highest gains we've seen in August in this data are in 2017, 65.32%. And the biggest downside on August in a monthly percentage returns we've seen were in 2015, 18.67%. So it's gonna be probably a bullish month, probably a bearish month. Time is gonna tell us, but the statistics do confirm us. If we do see a big upside bull rally here, we might see gains on an average of about 20%. Talking about alt season in the intro, the Altseason Index is right now in the center. It's not the alt season yet, but it looks like we're getting there. If we move into the monthly, we are at 65, which is getting closer on the monthlies to our alt season. If we get onto the year, we're still at 47. So if we scroll down and look into this chart, which we have here, we are right there in the distance. In our sight is now the alt season. We're at 65 now. If we get on to the 75 levels, that would just start the alt season. The first chart I want to share with you guys today is DXY, because DXY becomes very important when we're discussing about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and if the alt season is here. So if we look at this chart, we have broken those levels we were holding in my previous videos this week. So we've lost 106. We are trading right now just in the middle of 106 and 105. Support level is going to be coming in very soon. Whether this is going to hold or not, we're going to find out by next week, and the blue trend line obviously. The USDT's dominance has lost its track. It's going down and going down real fast. We have lost the support of 6.75%. Right now we are trading around 6.13% on this daily time frames. We have had something like this before in the past, and right now we are seeing something like this, but we didn't dump as much as we are dumping right now. So that is a very good sign, and also pointing towards a start of an alt season. If we get in the Bitcoin's daily chart, we have to see some interesting stuff here. First thing is the hash ribbons. If we look into the hash ribbons, that shows us the miners are still capitulating. And if we look into our price structure right now, we're trading above the 50 moving average, which is very good on the daily time frames. Though there is a bearish RSI divergence forming right now, the price structure shows us, the candles show us that we are moving upwards while the RSI is moving in a down direction. So that could be a hidden bearish divergence forming right now. We have to check out some other indicators as well. So if we get into my favorite indicator, which is Bollinger Bands. If we look into the Bollinger Bands, we're just close to the upper BB right now, which is around 25,166, and our lower BB is around $17,586. There's another indicator I want to share with you guys today, which acts exactly like BB does, but it gives us more levels to look at. So if I remove all the lines and look at this, we can see an upside to about 25,899. Right now we are building support from 23,314, and these are all our support levels right now, and obviously the top will be like a resistance. So there is a possible chance we see further upside, but the reason I'm not really sure about this, because the volume isn't backing this pump. The volume is very low. We want to see big volume coming into the charts that will back this upside. It could be a big bull trap right now. They want to make everybody FOMO in this market, so more trades open up and probably a big liquidation candle comes in, because if we look into these time frames, we are still in a rising channel, and mostly rising channels are very bearish. Let's move on to the weekly charts. The weekly chart, the target for us is staying and closing above the 200 moving average, which is around $22,794. We are above that for now, looking very good. But last week we saw a similar situation where we were trading above that, and on Sunday we began to see a dump, and that dump closes right below the 200 moving average. If we see our hash ribbons here, we're still seeing a capitulation phase in the minus. Every time we see a buy signal here, that usually starts a big upside in Bitcoin. Let's move to Ethereum's daily chart. So on Ethereum's daily chart, there's a RSI divergence, bearish divergence forming for past few days now. And if we see here, the price structure is moving upwards, while if we look into the RSI, it is heading downwards. So this is a classic bearish divergence forming. We are above the 50 moving average, which is a very, very good sign. Overall, looks very good. The merge news, everything, divergence is a big concern. So now let's get into our BB. So if we get into BB, we are at the top upper band, which is around 18.15, and obviously above the 50 moving average. So the new indicator I wanted to show you guys, let's look at that in Ethereum's chart. So draws a similar picture, just a $15 difference on the top. This is 1831. Then we have plenty of support right now. Below that, we have support around $1,600, $1,486, $1,303, and $1,189. The bottom of this is around $958. With the divergence, with the RSI, maybe we will see some dump coming into ETH. Let's look at Solana's chart. So if we get into Solana's chart, we've broken through the daily downtrend, and now we are beginning to see a good upside coming on Solana, but we're failing to break the resistance that we have around 47, 46, because if this candle was above 47.35, and if we look into this candle, this was around 46.66. So we're failing to break above this range. We need to break above this range. This is acting as a very big resistance. The bottom for Solana on this bear rally was around 19.74. We haven't reached there yet, but there's still a chance we might do. We look at the overall daily structure, we're above the 50 MA, very good. We can see our 200 moving average around $76, looking very good. And our weekly downtrend line is somewhere around $100. So still looks kind of bearish, but if we do see a quick upside, 53 will be a very good place to take a swing trade. Let's move into AVAX. If we get into AVAX chart, looking very good, above the 50 moving average. The 200 moving average is around $54. We have broken our uptrend line. We are trading below that, so we are in a very big downtrend right now. I want to see a bottom for AVAX forming somewhere around $9.3 to $10. We haven't reached there yet. There's a high chance we might form a double top here, because the volume isn't really the best volume we have seen in the past several days. If we see a big upside, we need to have that back with a very bullish volume. One altcoin that I feel had performed really, really well, reached my bottom target, and has seen a very good upside, has to be Matic. So Matic performed really well. We are trading above the 50 moving average on the daily. We are inside of the 200 moving average, which is around 1.1642, which could have a golden cross here very, very soon. The volume also in Matic is really good. The only downside right now is the RSI bearish divergence. If we look at the price structure here, the candles, they are moving upwards. If we look into the RSI, it is moving downwards, having a retest of our weekly downtrend line, which is a very, very bullish sign. If we have a successful retest, then we're going to be reaching our 200 moving average, which is around 1.1642. Let's move into the big data on Gate.io. So we are on fear levels of 39. Yesterday we were at 42, looking very good there. Long and short ratio, global data, block trades, pretty even Stevens, even in 1 hour and 24 hours. If we look into popular coins, funding rate for BTC right now is negative, for ETH is positive, market sentiment for ETH is on sell. So that bearish divergence that we are seeing on the daily is definitely a good place to book some profits, take out your capital, and you don't want to have a big dump and you get caught in that. Market sentiment for BTC is neutral. Fractional mic at Gate is now live. You can buy one if you want. Their remaining quantity is 761, 9 days in progress, and it's gonna cost you around $29. So if you want to own a big project, that is the way to go. If you can't afford buying it for 17 ETH, well, you can buy it on Gate.io for just $29. That will give you its rights. You have a voting rights, and you can enjoy a very cool PFP, a profile picture. Let's move into Gate.io startup blockchain project discount. So we have Nexus Dubai, which is the network project, which varies from companies in the UAE, is right now in progress. You can place an order. Its remaining time is around 13 hours, and If you aren't a VIP member, you have to wait for all those coins to come into the newly listed. So the Nexus coin is going to be here in 17 hours and microchain is going to be in 2 days to 3 hours. The coins I suggested to you guys in the last video have performed really well. I do hope you guys have booked your profits or taken out your capital, however you like to trade in these markets. The big question always remains, is the recession priced into the markets, or we're going to see further downside? That is a big question mark. In the next month, we will definitely figure out we will remain in this bear market or a bull market is here. The ideal way to go about in these markets is DCA, do your dollar cost average, stick to your spot trades, just accumulate and keep them as your digital currency assets. Or if you like to do leverage trading, get in the future trading. It's quite risky, and in markets like this, that's not really the best way to go about. So not really want to go long or short until or unless the trade is very simple. That's all for today's video, guys. I hope you liked today's video. If you do, smash the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section. Gonna be back in here soon. Take care, guys. Bye bye.